Do you need to control your lens beyond limits? Let's say like 300 meters away. Look no further. This is the Lens Link by DCS.
You're watching CineD, supported by B&H and CVP.
Welcome here from BSC Expo 2026. I'm here at the DCS booth with Gary. How are you doing?
Yeah, really good, really good. It's been a great show so far, lots of awesome conversations, and yeah, it's been great.
And I guess for the people who don't know your company, just give us a little bit of an overview of what DCS actually does.
So DCS is predominantly like a lens metadata acquisition company. We kind of focus on recording and streaming live metadata, lens metadata. And we do this by sort of sitting in between existing technologies. So for instance, if you've got a Preston lens control system and you've got a Sony Venice camera, you can put the LDT, which is our sort of flagship product, in between that, and we can essentially turn the raw data from the Preston into actual human-readable metadata that can be embedded into the raw files of a camera. And that's kind of our bread and butter, and we've been doing that for about 7-8 years now.
Very cool. And today you're actually showing the Lens Link, which is a new product.
Yeah, so the Lens Link is slightly different than some of the things that we've done in the past because this is actually a bit of hardware to help out on set to solve for really extreme range. So the Lens Link itself is a hand unit, but it comes with a couple of bits of complementary technologies that go alongside it. So you've got the Lens Link and the bridge, which lives on the camera. And then you've also got an RX1, which is to help with extreme range. But to kind of give the overview of it, it's initially you've got a local mode and a remote mode. The local mode, it talks from the hand unit itself to the bridge that lives on the camera. And what that does is it controls the Preston motors. So here I've got the ability to be able to actually control the iris motor. And so I'm basically be able to get on range-wise and be able to get 300 meters from point to point with this. So this is the hand unit talking to the bridge is talking to the Preston MDR that's controlling the Preston motors. So that helps us with kind of really congested environments. You can get up to 2 kilometers with just the wireless, but that would be in a wide open space. So we're saying about 300 meters for a really congested environment.
So very cool. And I guess you can also switch between the motors on the device, right?
Absolutely. So we've got it set up for iris because we've kind of built this in conjunction with DITs, but it can absolutely work with focus and zoom as well. And the real USP of this particular product is not just the range that we're able to get out of the hand unit to the bridge, but if we add in an extra unit between an RX1, so essentially an Ethernet out of this unit into the RX1 unit, then the Ethernet cable becomes the limit of your range. So if you're doing fiber, you could be half a mile away from the camera and still have complete control over it.
I'm sure you based this on actual requests from customers, right? So give me some examples of what were the challenges that some of your customers had? What was a specific environment where they needed something like this?
So yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Certain scenarios, good example would be a racetrack. You've got the car going around, DIT and focus puller can't get in the car. And so essentially with this, we're actually able to use multiple RX1 units to be dotted around a track. And that way, the bridge unit that's inside on the camera in the car is going around and it's looking for the best signal from those RX1 units. So your user is in the middle of the track. They can control seamlessly either the focus, the iris, as that car goes round, and they don't have to be kind of worried about range because they've got it covered at all different points. Another good example is maybe a Steadicam shot that's going through different environments, outside to inside. It's going to require the iris to be, changed on a unit. And you can essentially use the RX1s to sort of be dotted around that path along a Steadicam shot, say for instance, and then you can actually use it to control that and know seamlessly it's going to be able to work. And once again, you've got the Ethernet out of this into a switch, into the RX1s, and you can just stay where you are and then work from there.
So you've really identified kind of a pain point that has been there. How did DPs and assistants work around that so far for this limitation?
Yeah, so it's basically it's just a combination of antennas, moving, using other bits of technology that are out there. I mean, this is a direct request, so we work very closely with DITs with our other products, and so having people come up to us and say, "Well, you're right there. You're on the camera. You're connected to the Preston. Is there any way we can do this? We know that you've got wireless capabilities for other products that we've got," and so it was. We heard about all these sort of horror stories of people losing out on that really, really important moment where they need to just quickly change iris, they need to pull focus, and just not having the capability to do there and the stress that can come with that.
Do I need to worry at all about any kind of latency when I use it?
No, not at all. It's got a very, very small amount of latency, and the super cool thing about it is that when we're connecting the extensions to the Ethernet to the RX1, is we're not boosting the signal. The signal is true to the RX1. So this unit here in my hand can do 300 meters, but if we connect it to an RX1, then that can do 300 meters from where it stands. It's not a degradation thing. So latency-wise, it's the same thing. You're connecting to that. It's, I think, sub 4 milliseconds. Nobody's been able to spot the difference. We've had a lot of focus pullers, a lot of DITs, and they are using it and seeing the long-range setup that we've got here as well to show that, they're testing it and seeing it in real time, how responsive it is.
Cool. Is this already in production, or is it available, or are you starting to ship?
Yes, so we started to ship. We released them here at BSC on Thursday, and we've got them available to buy now. It's £6,000 for the unit, for the RX1 and the bridge, so it basically comes with everything you need to do. And we're actually doing an offer for the first 25 units. We're going to do 25% off. So if anyone's particularly interested in that, then we can talk about that.
And I guess it's available through your website.
It's available through our website. Yes, if you go to there, you'll find our details. You can contact us, and then we can do that. It's going to be available for rent as well. We did talk to our users. We rent our other products, so I think there's still an interest in the renting, and you can rent it from CineD. It's going to be available from there on release, so immediately.
You mentioned Preston, but will it also work for other systems?
So on release, it's going to be Preston only, but we are going to be expanding out to ARRI, C-Motion, Tilta in the very near future.
Awesome. Thank you, Gary.
All right.
Have a good few hours of the show.
Yeah, thank you.
And see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. And we have a lot more videos from BSC Expo. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Leave a question if you have to the guys. I'm sure they're happy to answer if there are any questions. And see you on the next one.